Hey, hello, I'm a little mouse, and welcome back to Tavern Talk. Kellen and Scully have returned from their zombie quest, which makes them like the fourth group of adventurers coming back in this chapter and in the last couple of days. And it seems like the only one we are missing currently is Fable, which is very sad because last time I spoke with them, we had a fight, and yeah. I hope they return soon. But anyway, we have Scully and Kellen back from their zombie quest. Greetings, brave adventurers! What's the noise? That's his spine. Indeed. Oh, are you alright? Worry not, friend. 'Tis but a scratch. So, about my drink order. Um, why don't you tell me what's going on first? I'm returning to a proper order of conversation. Apologies, friend. I might have jumped your crossbow here. Let's recount our time properly, Dame Kellen. Sorry, I just had a little boulder skate right in my brain. I don't think there's much to tell, honestly. You look exhausted. Are you wanting some rest then? No, just wanting a drink. That can be arranged. Something to regain my strength. A good one might net you a story. No pressure, Care. Charisma. Depends. Strength. Southern Brawler, coming up. A great drink for a great story. Aren't you lucky? I like to think luck has nothing. I like to think that luck has nothing to do with it. It's my pure skill. Perhaps not. I might have something else to cheer you up. Oh? Melly's back. Oh. Relieved? Like a great soul's been lifting off my shoulders. Is she right? Yes, though you might prefer to see for yourself. She and Dave left me their addresses to give to you. Who? Ah, you know them. Right, got it. Only one person would fit such an uninspired name. They better have apologized to Melly or else. You'll have to find out the details for yourself. Just don't keep them waiting for too long. Don't need to tell me that. Fable isn't back yet? It was back then? No. Sure, taking their time. Feel like looking for them yet? No, they are capable. Just my patience is starting to wear thin. You have some to begin with? You're pretty chatty for someone within greatsword distance. Right. Anyway, takes 5 steps back. Can I interest you in one of my drinks as well, Scully? With an offer like that, my friend, how can a skeleton say no? Perhaps something to enhance my aura? I would like to do the proclamation of this tale proper justice. Well, I'm a little sad to hear that Scully got scratched. Despite the potion I gave. I think I chose a violent option because I just couldn't figure out how to mix the drinks to get the charisma boost. Please enjoy! Oh my! They say manners maketh man, but this drink alone is invigorates me plenty. I can almost feel the warmth of flesh on my skin again. My bones again. A pleasure to be of service. You seem awfully eager to talk about this. And you're not? Was it no help in elevating that accursed order? It was eventful, alright. Just lacking a sense of accomplishment, I guess. But no use continuing this pity party. Let's start telling the story I know you're itching for. Much obliged. We started by making our way westward, though our progress was slow. Any complications? Yes, quite a few. Oh, he turned directly to me. Before embarking on this journey, I was woefully ignorant about the plight of the Fesoran forest. The less than ideal weather conditions. The flood that ruined a lot of crops. And now this pesky undead problem. I was drinking for empathy for their struggle. The least we could have done was to offer our means of transportation for any soul looking for a better life in the north. So we switched carriages 3 times. By the third time we had gotten so far of course, it took us a whole day just to get back on track, on foot. But once our hike was over, we did get to spend a wonderful afternoon with Dame Carolyn's cousin, Lady Danica. That was nice, I guess. The cousin with the undead snail problem, yes? Did you manage to live enough the garden for her? Sure did. Just had to set up some cabbages to lead them somewhere we wouldn't be damaging in the crops, and they were well crushed with just one magnificent blessed strike. Truly a sight to behold. It was just some undead snails. No need to have gotten so excited. To match the excitement, Lady Danica served us a positively delightful cup of tea. Better than any accompanying finger sandwiches were some new facts I had gleaned from observing the snails. Even lacking souls, they still displayed some pack behavior. They acted nothing like real animals, of course, but somehow I was struck with empathy for their plight. To constantly seek out a manner of instinctual action, despite the lack of anything to grant them a conscious objective. Is there a more transparent yearning for a purpose than that? My apologies. It appears that they say about old age is true. You can't help but philosophize. And you couldn't help but relate? Anyway, one can help but wonder whether any choice I made is truly my own or just a post-mortem reflex of these old bones. Perhaps even my thirst for knowledge. And yet your enjoyment of it seems genuine. Truly, innkeeper, you have a way with words. Just a lot of experience. Though, that might be, my worries seem rather foolish now. I could count myself as quite fortuitous that despite all that my memory lacks, I can delight in learning it all again. Does it really matter where such an urge comes from? Anyhow, my apologies, Dame Carolyn. I completely derailed that epic tale. Allow me to make up for it by continuing post-haste. We departed from a lovely cup of tea and finally headed for the Pale Woods. Lady Danica provided us with a cart and trusty steed, a cow with the most lovely temperament. Her name was Thistlelot. Thistlelottie? Our host also gives us with delightful lucky charm, so no evil would hurt us or Thistlelottie on our way. But now that little adventure is over, we thought we'd give it to you instead. Some extra luck never hurts. Where? Where did it go? That's an adorable little fella. Thank you very much. As soon as I see it. Glad you like it. I apologize. I read again. Where was I? Our journey. I made contact with the gentleman that passes on our way to the woods. What magnificent shadow armor he was wearing. Something about it felt oddly familiar. Perhaps it was only my hope that we would look just as gallant after our quest. Thistlelottie valiantly took us to the edge of the forest, where maliciousness permeated the very air we breathed. What he means is, it stunk. Really bad. We left Thistlelottie there. Sparing her the stench seemed like the right thing to do. And forth we ventured. Didn't take long to find what we were looking for. The place was crawling with them. Which also explained this fucking smell. For some reason, the mere spot didn't seem to be bothering me too much. Most respectfully, you don't have a nose. Oh, of course! Anyways. It was very too hot before us. An army of undead creatures shambled away through the forest. One gnawed the tree. One gnawed tree at a time. One gnawed tree at a time. Wow. They were awfully interested in those trees, it's true. At that point, I was ready to start decimating their numbers. And I would have done so if Scully hadn't held me back just as I was unsheathing my sword. I was keen to observe them for a moment longer. The undead creatures were displaying similar patterns to those snails. They weren't just stomping around incessantly. They seemed to be following a pack leader. Maybe there was a non-violent solution left hand after all. I convinced Callan to hold off the violence for just a bit longer. I was still working out the best point at which to attack them. Couldn't hurt try out Scully's idea first. I accepted the thought. Yeah. While Dame Callan remained hidden in the shadows of the thicket, I walked up to the leader, another skeleton, making sure I displayed an open and respectful disposition. I suppose they weren't open and respectful in return? Nope. Before I could even react, the skeleton had bitten down on Scully's arm. I can hear you. Without putting much thought to it, I threw one of my knives. Sorry. I only realized later that the knife there was one I had accidentally taken from here. How will my tavern ever survive this thievery? I probably said I'm sorry. You could have always compensated me for it. Actually, and this bucket needs to be cleaned out. Keep dreaming. Ouch, shut down so quickly. If it kept you too safe, I'm glad you accidentally took it. Thankfully, your droid did a wonderful job as well. The thief was able to leave even a scratch on me. Dame Callan was as fast as the wind as she got me away from the hungry undead. So our first battle began. With ease, Dame Callan took out several of them at once. Would have been easier if I hadn't had to carry you. My apologies. I was still mourning the breakdown in communication, but I got back on my feet eventually. Before long, we were both battling off swarms of undead. They seemed endless. For every undead creature defeated, two would take their place, dragging the battle on. If I know one thing about fighting, is that you need to watch your stamina. We wouldn't last forever, but our enemies would. One of them cleaved me straight in half. I was lucky Dame Ellen caught my upper body, but I'm fairly sure we mixed up the order of some of my thoracic vertebrae when we put me back together. Still, being held in my arms put me in a perfect position for a strategic moving. I thought about how we dealt with those snails. We felt like I needed to maximize the impact of my blessed strikes, and fell them in just one. So we baited them and ran, leading them into a nearby clearing. My second legs rounded up those that didn't fall for the first baiting. Once in the clearing, I reunited with myself, luring them all towards the center. As other dead creatures gathered around my two halves, the sky cleared up. And like a clash of thunder, the sound of Dame Callan descending from the sky or a tree was all that could be heard. For a moment, my eye holes were completely blinded by the radiance of the blessed strike. You're exaggerating. I like it. Sounds very heroic. I was. Don't think it counts when all I did was essentially pointless. Did the strike not land? It did. When the strike hit home, I realized most of the creatures could be resurrected again at any point. It's a shame, truly. Even though we fought so valiantly. Oh! But we did get to something else as well, Innkeeper. Right. Here. Trees looked really chewed on and dead, but the berries seemed like they were thriving. They're the ones Elfie was going on about. Not like they're here to appreciate them now, so I guess you can have them. Just set some aside to make Fable a drink when they are back. Sounds fair. Ooh, gooseberries.
It was very kind of you to bring them back for your friend.
Yeah, it was. I still wonder what all those undead creatures were doing there. No idea. Hunger? Though it did look like they were going somewhere. Seemed to be heading north. Maybe they were searching for more trees?
The pen was one of the largest forests in Pessoa. I don't see a reason for them to leave the area before it was barren.
And that's their order too. Do they typically come with a necromancer attached?
Oh my, they do! And you don't suppose the gentleman we encountered outside the woods would have been the very necromancer?
I don't think farmers wear armor like that like what you described.
Son of fucking...
I just realized where they would be heading. It's true there aren't many woods around here that compared to the Pale Woods. But that giant ruin in the capital must look like pretty good to some tree-obsessed undeads.
Fuck indeed. Shit hells indeed.
Just to clarify, you believe hordes of undead creatures are marching towards the capital? Well, towards the roots will be my guess. I see. They're heading towards the Themis to gnaw on its divine roots, as if to... fell the elder tree? Precisely. Not that such an action could destroy the whole thing, but it certainly do some damage.
What in the hells are you talking about?
As I just stated, someone is trying to destroy the Ether Tree, the Starfall, the Primordial Flood, the interplanar portals, even the interplanar portals. It's all part of a big plot. What's not clear? No.
Oh my. That's awful.
Scully, do you need glue for your mustache? That's insane if true. Is it working? Unfortunately so. Or do you see stars in the night sky? I mean, there's one. There used to be more. And we don't know who's behind it yet either.
Well, Callan, Mr. Scully, the gentle person you greeted outside of the woods. Would you mind? You thought he might be a necromancer? I certainly bought the armor of one. Did he seem like he wanted to kill everyone? Not particularly, though it can be hard to tell sometimes. Politeness and desire for homicide aren't necessarily mutually exclusive. Necromancers resurrect dead things to make undead creatures. Indeed they do. So, Scully, were you resurrected, right? Do you remember anything about it? Well, I admit at first I recall very little from the start of my new life. I mostly stumbled upon trying to remember my manners. But my memories, or rather the memories of my body, which I suppose are also my memories, have been getting clearer lately. Let me try to focus my thoughts. I believe I was awakened in the archives in the Everbloom.
The Everbloom? Did you encounter any Bleakstalkers?
Why, I did indeed. They seem very hungry for my bones. Such interesting creatures. They remind me of the old electro wombats. Do those beasts still roam the festival?
No. What are intellectual wombats? Priorities, Tia. Scully, who woke you up?
A gentleman of fine age. I believe he was there to do research. I remember Cat had over notes scribbled on paper, ink stains, and fingerprints. He must have found me near my friend's study. I remember I was looking for her when, after I woke up, I simply left. How rude and uninquisitive of me. I should have asked what he was researching. I could have helped.
Be glad you did not aid him. We found his notes. They spoke of the destruction of the universe.
Did the guy from the woods remind you of the one in the archives? No, even mention it.
Oh God.
I wasn't conscious enough to recognize faces when I rose, but I knew the armor looked familiar. I think I saw it when I first reopened my eyes. Metaphorically, of course. I no longer have eyelids.
A necromancer behind all of this? Is he trying to break the sigil just to get to Tuat, the spirit dragon, and the realm of the dead?
Sigils? What are you perhaps talking of the sigils of Alcahest? My friend was researching them once. I always thought they were a wild figment of her imagination.
Seems like they're not, unfortunately.
Do necromancers generally want to destroy Tuat?
No, but they do defy his laws of life and death. Perhaps he craves access to all the souls in the spirit dragon gods. Or he plans to destroy death once and for all with his perversions.
But, my dears, to destroy Tuat, one must find him first. That in itself would be quite an impossible task, you know?
Not exactly. The spirit realm is well protected, but there are ways to get to him.
Can you kill death?
I don't know, but merely attempting it sounds disastrous.
Mr. Anwar, Mr. Moore, Tuat is a god of death. No matter how insane the necromancer, no one could possess a weapon powerful enough to fight a god. Only weapons made by dragons can harm them. We all know this.
You mean like Earth's great axe? A weapon forged by the dragons, for the dragons, by the dragons, meant only for their claws. The axe. It could certainly cut through the barrier between the astral sea and the upper world, if not through Tuat himself. Was stealing an axe from a dragon count as a sigil? Alright, you lost me again. I talked about this already, keep up.
I'll explain later.
It might count as a sigil if it awakens or damages the plane.
Earth should not be awakened under any circumstances, nor should a legendary weapon fall into the hands of a mere mortal. My, this is quite concerning.
I'm right there with you. This is like too insane of a plot, even for some big bad evil guy. They always seem to be reaching for new heights in their dastardly schemes. If we are correct, this one plans to steal Earth's weapon, break their sigil, and then destroy Tuat. Dragons be with us.
What about the undead creatures marching towards the capital?
They must be a distraction, a way to keep everyone who would interfere off his back. Quite the dangerous distraction, if you ask me.
Those fuckers shouldn't be gnawing away
at those roots either way, should they?
No.
And those sigils of alcohol, says.
Those sigils of alcohol, says you keep talking about, could do that? Destroy the tree?
The spirit realm rests above all others in the canopy of our world. If what we believe to be this monster's plan succeeds, it will collapse down on the rest of the ether tree. Not only would that free all dead souls, it would destroy the tree, our home, our cosmos, and everything below it. It would destroy our world as we know it. Not to mention, Tuat might die. I don't even have to explain why dying would be a bad thing.
Once again, can he die? Wouldn't risk it. Though I believe this. I believe this plot of this has to be limited somewhat, no? Perhaps to the transitional period between the astral moon and the dying moon? Only then would the veil between Cassiopeia and Tuat be thin enough for the ritual of such magnitude to succeed. That? What you mean is, it can only happen on the night between the 35th of Cassiopeia and the 1st of Tuat? So we can only work in 4 days? Or next year? Precisely.
I guess you can't have a ritual without unnecessary complicated rules.
I know it's common courtesy.
Clay, I've been wondering, remember the man we saw on our way back near Morrow Castle?
Yes. Do you think it might have been the same guy?
I do. Strange armor sounds familiar, as does the convenient proximity to destruction. And more so, that blood of the first vampire Kyle spoke of. Part of the ritual is to safely traverse the astral sea, involves having an associated anchor for your destination. To find to it, you need something connected to him. Like the blood of a vampire eternally bound to him? Yes. Maybe our villain got his hands on it. Perhaps he knows more of Cassiopeia than I anticipated. All of this out of context shit is giving me a headache. Innkeeper, got another drink to spare with all this mess? Something powerful enough to get me through this? Anything for you, Care. This is getting intense. Yes, this should be it. And then we can carry on hearing about the conspiracy of it all. I pull all the strength I have into this drink. Enjoy. Oh, I think you just put parts of my sanity back together. Thanks a lot. Anytime. So, this madman, if he can't get the axe, he can't kill the spirit dragon, right? Correct. Great. Let's stop him from getting the axe then. Great idea. I know. Now how do we do that? Well, first the necromancer needs to find it. For that, he'd have to get to Earth's realm. Thanks to the portals, that's entirely within the realm of possibility. One would simply have to journey through one of the portals in the Twilight Chasm, and then enter the endless caves through the Nightmare Realm. Nothing easier than that. Didn't Melly see some weird new bone way markers near the Twilight Chasm portal in the moon swamps? Could they be ready to write someone, say a necromancer, of the way to the portal? They could. Good. The moon pools are much easier to reach than Boreas. We should catch the necromancer before he ventures into the chasm, and most certainly before he gets the axe. Great. Let's go beat his ass. Hold on. What if you don't succeed? I have faith in you, but he sounds powerful. How about a backup plan? Hate to say it, but you're not wrong. Thanks for looking out for us. You got it, Clay. Smooch. If we don't manage to stop him from getting this weapon, we take no chance in a fight against him. Even if the right strikes will be no match for Miss Enbar. That is true. But we need an incredible powerful weapon to match his. Not sure if it's enough, but I do have the sword I got from my baba. Let me see it. This is remarkable craftsmanship, infused with minor divine powers. Incredible. But I'm afraid that even this cannot rival the Great Axe in any capacity. What if it mixed with Dragonfire? What? Do you perhaps happen to have such a thing at hand, young lad? No, but I know where we can find some. The ever-burning flame in the Highlands is Dragonfire, the one you wanted to see, Tia. I think now might be a good time for that. You're right. Dragonfire merged with Calvin's blessed sword. This wouldn't be as powerful as an axe, but it might give us a fighting chance. If we had a master craftsman to forge it, that is. Rhea. She's a blacksmith. You're right, no one's a better match for the job. I'm sure she'll love to forge such a weapon. And I'm sure you can convince her of the importance, Care. You got that right. Leave the blacksmith recruiting to me. Very well. I'm sure Master Smith Forsgrip will be delighted with this opportunity. Having her on our side makes me even more confident we can stop this necromancer's plans. I have the utmost faith in us, and I know the aperture and its astral portals are well protected, even if we should fail. Though I don't believe we will. Because I know I'm strong enough to best this battle, and that Clay is as well. And the others too. Yes, the others too. I'll be honest, I'm not sure if the 4 of you will be enough. Don't worry, there's a lot of people who can ask for help. Like you. Like me?
Ask away. I knew we could count on you. You collect everything we talked about, right?
I try my best.
Could you perhaps wrap us a quest or two for this? I think we would split up resources if we get the backup plan going at the same time. Good idea, young man. Plus, it would give us an excuse to have your drinks help us.
Not that you need an excuse, but I appreciate you following my rituals. I'll see what I can do. I should have something written up first thing in the morning. I trust in you as you trust in us.
Deeply?
Yes. Deeply, and with the knowledge that together we are stronger. We see you in the morning then. Kellen, come with us. We owe you a few explanations before we make you do any persuasion work with us.
You got that right. Let's go. I kind of wish on more possible details. I shall see you in the morning, Inky.
See you around.
Thank you for your help. Let's save this world, alright?
Let's, Clay. Good luck.
Oh my god, look at the little cat statue.
Okay. Okay. Kellen's grand greatsword once belonged to her grandmother. Allegedly, it's a gift from the dragons themselves. Very impressive, if true. Only a weapon forged with dragonfire can resist another draconic weapon's power. Hopefully, the ever-burning flame lives up to its name. This one? Yeah! Heir of the Dragonfire. Only a weapon forged in Dragonfire could ever dream to hold up against the legendary Great Axe of Ur. Luckily, a temple in the Highlands houses the ever-burning flame, an ancient gift from the dragons that will come in handy right about now. And what better sword to reshape with flame than another gift from the Realm Keepers, an heirloom passed down to Callan with the heroism scorched into its very essence. Okay, and a new quest. Something about a capital. And, undeads. And this one. The Death Parade. A horde of undead is approaching the capital. Their insatiable hunger for the local flora leads them to the exposed roots of the ether tree, and therefore to the capital of Themis, since it lies nestled in the safety of the roots. This is a mere distraction to the necromancer, so the necromancer can fulfill his true plan, but the undead still must be stopped before their hunger for flesh once more. The enemy aims for destruction of the ether tree, and something about the axe. The Twilight Chase. World calamity is imminent, but there's one last way to save it. The only weapon strong enough to harm Tuat and the Ether Tree is the legendary Great Axe of Ur. The legendary Great Axe of Ur. And the personification of evil wants it desperately. But first, he must make through the Twilight Chasm, and for that he needs a portal. It's like a good location to stop him, right? A little longer episode, but I just couldn't stop it, you know. There were so many important details. And yeah, I just had to. So this will be the morning. They have 3 days to stop him. So oh, and I hope Fable comes back to help us all. Anyway, this is very exciting. We are finding the true evil of this world, and we are going to beat their ass. And we'll send our heroes on all sorts of quests in the next episode. I'll see you around. Bye bye.